C'est bienvenu à Londres, il est 10h35 heure locale. Dans quelques instants, nous arriverons en gare de Londres, Saint-Pancras, International, notre terminus.
September 14, 2014, the opening of a new chapter of my life. Moving from France to England without speaking English was a huge bet to play, but one I was ready to tackle to fulfill my growing need of adventure. As a designer, I also knew that learning English would be a big advantage for my career. But as a first step, I had an important task to figure it out: paying my bills. So I did what had to be done, knocking to every door and seek for a job. On the 6th of October 2014, I finally managed to find one in a company selling healthy breakfast and lunch called Pod. I quickly found out that I was not the only one starting that day. Being in a trial period, I thought I had to compete against someone else to keep my job. This guy, with a name I could barely pronounce, was standing on the way of my dream. So was he, or I. Needless to say, I was starting with strong disadvantages here, as he could speak English fluently, and he has been recommended by a friend already working there. So I had not one, but two enemies to defeat.
No shit, Kevin. Right? No shit.
No shit.
No shit. Shit. No. Kevin. Shit.
At some point, I found out that we will not need to fight to the death. And this guy, calling himself Franco, as I couldn't pronounce Serrat, and his friend, I could barely understand, Lewis, were actually pretty nice. Quite quickly, we found out that this job was not really for us. I still remember our very early shift, waking up at 4 a.m, running from Baker Street to God Street to make it on time, being yelled at to be faster, burning yourself with a porridge, cutting the chili without gloves, and going to the bathroom without washing your hands, to finally end up being fired after 5 months. But it's glad to this first job at Pod and all the struggles that we became friends. Adversity made our bond stronger. Needless to say, we all hated working in this kitchen, but every time we were together, we were having fun. Very early on, we started hanging out with each other in our free time. Lewis and Serrat, knowing London like their pockets, we walked everywhere, either during the day or the night, with a bottle of cider to quench our thirst. The more ciders, the more anthem we sang. And it's probably at that time that I started sharing my love for my football club and my region.
Viva la Bretagne!
3 years passes, and it was time for me to jump on a new challenge out of Europe. In 2017, prior to Korea, I did the journey back to France. But I was not alone. Serrat offered me to drive me back to Brittany due to the amount of stuff I'd accumulated over the years. We had a blast in our journey back.
would have been nice to go to that little island as well up there.
I will remember this trip all my life, and I'm forever grateful for Serhat's help. But also grateful for what both of you had done to me, providing me a place to stay when I lost everything. It's a true blessing to have you as friends. Moving to London was one of the best decisions of my life, because I have the chance to meet you guys and create a friendship that will last forever. Stay great, stay brave, stay strong. And let's always cherish the moment we have together. Votre ami breton, Kevin.
Parfait, parfait mon ami, tâchez-qu'il l'air.